Hi, Libras. Second opportunity for me to film this. I got interrupted right in the middle of your reading last time, so we're starting over. Stuff happens, right? Okay, so let's get started again. So the first card that you got was King of Winter. And for you this week, the King of Winter is about emotionally unavailable. I'll spit it out, I swear to God. For you, it's about being more practical, logical, and being emotionally unavailable, right? I mean, it's great to have someone who knows their stuff, and it's great to have someone who's smart and got it together. But if you're not available emotionally for the people around you, that's really difficult for them, and for you, right? It sometimes creates a lot of hard feelings and hurt feelings, right? If people feel that you're not emotionally available to them. So be aware of that, just be very, very cautious. And as your obstacle card, you got the Queen of Autumn. Now, the Queen of Autumn says, be practical, right? And when I just got done saying, hey, it's good to be those things, but don't be those things, right? I just tangled up my pendulum. I just said, it's good to be practical and it's good to be knowledgeable, but it's not good to shut yourself off emotionally. The thing about the Queen of Autumn, though, is that, she is generous and she is about graciousness and all those things. But again, she's very practical about it. And so that's you too. So again, being practical and logical is great, but don't shut yourself off emotionally, you know. And so that's your caution for the week, right? Like, just be careful, And then you got the Six of Summer, which is all about childhood, but also in memories, right? Childhood and memories. And, sometimes we don't always remember things exactly how they actually happen, we either make them worse than they were, better than they were. We have a tendency to have a very narrowed viewpoint, you know, in our memories, right? And so, and especially when we're talking about romantic, right? A romantic relationship. I think that's being called out here. Romantic relationships, right? And so, like this week, because you're being emotionally unavailable, maybe you need to dig a little deeper and say, hey, why am I being emotionally unavailable? Is it because of these past relationships? Like, am I putting more into it than, what is the truth of it? And how can I bring that forward so that I'm no longer emotionally unavailable? Right? Okay. Body movement as you're healing with the Fairies card. Your physical body has its own life force and intelligence, and it's part of the same elemental kingdom as the fairies. It's both childlike and demanding, as well as mature and insightful. This card indicates your body's wisdom and asks that you honor your body's need for exercise and movement. Spend a moment asking your body what type of movement it desires. Does it want cardiovascular conditioning, such as jogging, a peaceful walk in nature, stretching and meditative activities, dancing to music? Listen to and follow through with your body's answer. And so think about, we hold stress in our body, right? And so if you're constantly trying to come to a practical, logical solution, it could be that you're not getting anywhere because you're not letting your heart come through. And then the stress of that can cause stress in our body. Not only that, when we're following our body's advice, and letting it move in ways that feel good to us, that, it lets us open up a different energy stream for different ideas to come through, right? Think about when you're doing physical labor and all of a sudden you come up with a solution to that problem that you had, right? When you're doing something physical. When you're sitting and thinking about it, you can't think about it, but you start doing something, it's like, oh my gosh, that was it, right? So it's the same thing. Listening to your body, not only is it good for you, but also, moving your body is good for you, but also will help you in coming to a different understanding of what you're thinking about from a different perspective, right? Divine Service is a soul starter card, chakra card. The divine light and emanating love of the divine rises within you, and you are a glowing beacon of hope for others. Focus your attention and intention on being of spiritual service to others. Ask those around you how they are doing and listen closely and compassionately to their response. If you have soul gifts you are aware of in this lifetime, use them consciously to assist others as you are called. Make time to be in service to the divine. And the crystal for that is morganite, and the herb is white lotus. And I think that the thing in this card that stands out for you, Libras, is that ask those around you how they're doing and listen closely and compassionately to their response. Because we talked about you seeming to be emotionally unavailable, right? What is ways that we can combat that? By really listening to people in a compassionate, loving way, right? And that, number one, is going to help open you up more emotionally by being compassionate and loving towards others, really listening to them and with kindness and compassion. But also it opens you up, right? It helps you open up to be more emotional, right? When we give ourselves permission, it opens it up to other people. When we give it other people permission, it opens it up for ourselves too, right? Okay, trust and surrender is a sacral chakra card, which was your other chakra card. Your fiery energy manifests in your expansive creativity. When you trust in your most authentic self, you are full of life and vibrant color. Surrender to your process and enjoy all that you birth in the world. Spend time in nature as a source of creative fuel. Even the flowers will speak to you about ideas for your expression if you let them. Orange calcite's the crystal and calendula is the herb. And, when we were talking about being practical, knowledgeable, reliable, dependable, but not so emotionally available, when you trust and surrender your emotions, right? Think about that. That is that fiery energy. That is that, then you are able to bring forth the full and vibrant colors, right? You are full of vibrant color when you're open up to all of those expressions, right? And so always remember to bring some emotion to the table. Okay, burning for peace is an intention. I'm a force of peace and beauty, and I seek to manifest peace among all beings on this planet at this time. In creating peace, I anchor the Hermetic principles in third dimensional reality, which is the essence of magic, as above, so below. And the stone for that is amethyst, and the essential oil is tuberose. And I think that that's important too, because when we're in alignment, both mentally and emotionally and spiritually, right? That's where peace comes from. That's where we find true peace, is when we're in alignment with all of that. And so I think that that's important for you when you're being all in your head and not in your heart. It's throwing you out of alignment of that peace that you're seeking. And so that's a really good intention to set this week, because not only are you setting it for yourself, but you're also setting it for the planet, right? What you send out comes back to you. So I think that's great. And the other one you got was burning to trust. I open my heart to love and trust others without fear or hesitation. By opening my heart and trusting others, I learn how to love and trust myself more deeply. I see that others are simply teachers waiting to expand my current state of conscious development. And the stone for that is rhodonite, and opoponax is the essential oil. And again, it goes back to that, maybe you're emotionally unavailable because you don't trust, right? You have trust issues, right? But when you open your heart and you open your heart to love others and trust someone else, then you're better able to open up and love you as well, right? And so I think that's a good intention for you, that burning to trust, right? By opening your heart and trusting yourself and others, and with love, right? Okay. And remember, you are sustained by love. Whatever you do, wherever you go, whoever you are with, let yourself be guided by the loving hands of the universe. And again, that's tapping into that universal love, that divine love that, the source has for us. So, and letting other people give you love and give love and be more emotionally available to everyone, especially yourself, right? All right, let's roll the dice. And you got Saturn, and the deities for Saturn are Saturn, Kronos, Shani, and Pan. And again, it's about patience and discipline, authority, structure, and those all things are important. But also remember, I think patience is the one for you. The key word there is patience, because Saturn is all about that first king of winter, right? Very patient, dependable, stable, authority, right? But for you, I think that for you, it's more about having the patience. Now, it's okay to be all those things, and it's okay to have all those things, but just remember to have patience as well, and compassion, love, and understanding. And you can still be all those things, and you can still do all those things, and still be emotional and have feelings, right? All right, that's all I have for you this week, Libras. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. Again, I do take free will donations for my readings. If you feel called to donate, that link is in the comment section. I love you all, and I will see you soon.